good morning. What we're going to be looking at today is taking one of my chocolate orange covers and turning it into a little amigurumi toy. Now, this was a sort of request I had of somebody who had been making the Christmas puddings that I've done as the chocolate orange covers. And basically they said, how could I turn it into a ball? Because they wanted it sort of as a ball for a school project. I suppose it could be a prop or something like that. So what I've decided to do is, this is the body of that Christmas pudding we're talking about. And what we're going to do is, I know some of you have probably already managed to do this, but we're going to decrease and decrease until this becomes a ball. Now for this one, it's a Christmas pudding, great for props, things like that, or just as a play toy to throw about, things like that. But for something like the little, I was going to call him a bear then, something like the little lion, it would be a nice little toy that you could actually make. So it's a case of decreasing down, adding your stuffing, and you have an instant little toy as well. So the chocolate orange covers have a multifunction there. I will put a link for the Christmas pudding as well. So if you're wanting to do that one, you can do. So, but this is what we're going to do today. Well, this is what we're actually going to do today, but we're going to look at this as well and just get a little bit of decreasing done. So it's not really a full tutorial. My glasses keep slipping down my nose. The weather is mad here. We go from really cold to really hot, and it is hot out there. Well, British hot, maybe not hot to some places, but it is quite warm today, and my glasses do not want to stay where they're meant to be. So anyway, we're going to get on with crochet, top down, decreasing, so you can convert your little chocolate orange covers if you would like to. See you in a second. So here we are with the super quick decreasing of our chocolate orange. So our little lion, as I've mentioned, we would decrease down enough so we can pop stuffing in, and then we can continue decreasing until it is a little stuffed toy, which is sort of quite cute to have as well. So, but the request I had was actually for the Christmas pudding, which is this one that I've done on YouTube. And as I mentioned, I'll pop the link below for that. So I'm actually starting here. So I've already done what would be the body for our chocolate orange cover. Okay, I have 36 stitches here, and I need to decrease them down, not too far. Make sure you put your stuffing in first, and no laugh, I've done that before. And then we carry on decreasing until the whole is completely covered. Now the aim for this apparently is for a ball for children for a school. So I don't know if it's for playing catch or playing a game, or perhaps for a display, but it makes a really nice safe toy. It's not too heavy when it's like that. In fact, I have got one. Where is it? I did start one. Here it is, and then it's just nice and light, so it is a great one to do. So I think the idea that this person's doing sounds fabulous. So here we go. I hope this is going to make sense. I've popped a stitch marker in. The stitch marker will need to be removed, and almost redundant, to be honest, but because I'm talking, I don't want to lose stitches that I'm doing. So as I mentioned, I have 36 stitches here, so I'm going to decrease by 1 stitch, and then I'm going to do 1 stitch, if that makes sense. That's sets of 3s. So we should have 12 sets of our decrease combination. But I'm going to just show you the decrease that I do. There are different ways to do it, I do know, but this is just how I do mine. So as I said, these are half trebles. So that means yarn has to go round. We're going to go in, we're going to pull it through, but we're only going to pull through 2. Okay, now I say this might not be the way you decrease. However you decrease, you will do 1 decrease. So yarn round into the next one, pull it through 2. We now have 3 on the hook like you would for a half treble. We're going to pull through all 3. That's my decrease. Then I'm going to just do 1 half treble in the next stitch. There you go. So that's our first combination. Now, if we think we have 3 here, so if I quickly do my maths, we should have 12 sets. I have a piece of paper here, so I'm just going to mark off that that is our first set. So I'm going to do this bit quite slow, because you might already know how to decrease, which is fine, but not everybody does. If they've only made certain things or blankets or things like that, or they're not familiar with amigurumi, they may not have done this. So bear with me. I'm going to just take time for the first few at least. Yarn round into the stitch, pull it through 2. Yeah, so we've got these here. Yarn round into the next one, pull it through 2. We have 3 on the hook, pull it through all three. Next one is just one half treble. So that's our second one. So I will mark it down. So yarn round, pull it through, pull it just through two, yarn round into the next one, just pull it through two, then pull it through all three, and then a half treble. Half treble's always been a weird one for me for decreasing. This system works for me, but I do know, as I mentioned, there are other ways of doing it. So you don't have to do it exactly like me, but you would just do one decrease, bring in 2 stitches together, then one half treble. Okay, so again, we're going to decrease 2 stitches together. There we go, so that's 2 stitches together now, and then we're just going to do one half treble and pull it all the way through. So that's our number 4. Yarn round into the next one, pull it through, then all 3, and then one half treble. And that's our 5th one, which makes about sense because we're about sort of just over a third of the way there. So yarn round into the next one, pull it through just the 2, into the next one, pull it through just the 2, then we have 3 on the hook, pull it through all 3, and then just a half treble, number 6. So we should be about halfway through now, which if you look where your stitch marker is, you can roughly work out that that is the case. Now I really should have sewn that ending because it's going to get in my way, but ideally get rid of that end, or you can just leave it in because we're going to be stuffing it anyway, aren't we? So 2 together, oh, and then 1, number 7. Then we're going to do 2 together and 1. These are half trebles. I know it looks a bit weird when I'm decreasing, but they are actually half trebles. Put a bit more yarn out there. So 2 together, 1, and our second one, and all the way through, and one half treble. 9. So 2 together, all the way through, one half treble. That's 10. So we should have 2 more sets, which if you look at that, that looks about right. So here we go. 2 together, one half treble. So that is 11. Do we really need to mark that one down, did I? So this is our last one, 2 together, and one half treble, and look at that, spot on top of our stitch marker there. Now when I started this, the first bit was actually done in double crochet, so I'm now actually going to reduce down to double crochet, UK double crochets, don't forget that. I always forget to say that, but it is really important because the US double crochet is different to ours. You would call it a single crochet over there. So now we've decreased by 12 stitches, so we should have 24 here, so there should be 24 stitches on that little round. Let me just move that stuffing out of the way for now. So we can now decrease again, but we're doing double crochets. So I'm just going to double check if we've got 24, for example, if we were trying to work out how to decrease, and I want, say, another 12. Well, that would mean I'd just be doing 2 togethers, because I'd be doing 2 togethers times 12, which would create that 24. Don't worry about the maths if you don't want to look at that side, but that is just how it goes. So from now on, this round is going to be 2 double crochets together, 2 double crochets together all the way round. So in we go. This is a double crochet together. Pull it through, go into the next one, pull it through. We have them on there. So I put the yarn round, didn't I? That is naughty. I knew there was something not right there because it didn't look right. Start again. Right, double crochets, not half trebles. In we go. We pull it through. We've got 2 on the hook. Into the next one, we pull it through. I wonder why I'd got 4 on the hook because we should only have 3. Pull it through all 3. That's our first one. Now keep it tight as well, otherwise you will get holes. So in the first one, in the second one, 3 on the hook, pull it through, tighten it. So into 1, into 2. Oh, that's the yarn caught there. Take it out if your yarn catches and do it again. There we go. Pull it through all 3. Pull it nice and tight. So I'm just like giving it a little tug at the end. So into 1, into 2, then pull them together. A little pull. into 1, so you never finish your stitch really, do you, on that bit, into 2, then pull them together. So again, 1, 2, you can already see, can you see how it's already pulling round? Feels a bit extreme, but you've got to, because if you do it gradually, it's not going to make a ball. It does need to pull in quite tightly. So 1, oh, I'm going to drop that one, do it again, there we go, pull it tight. So we have 1, we have 2, oh, or we're not, because I dropped it, there we go, pull it through, tighten it, 1, and together, pull it 2, tighten it, almost round. Beauty of decreasing is it's getting less and less, so it's quicker. And to pull it tight. Now 1, and we're going to have 2, pull it tight, and these are our last ones for now, for this section, and pull it tight, because we do need to get that stuffing in. So look how far that has actually pulled in. I'm going to take my stitch marker out now, because it's not actually relevant at all, if I can anyway. There we go. Put it over to one side. So I think it's time to pop a bit of stuffing in. So I'm going to just loosen that stitch off, which for some reason it's not loosening. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it catches on the yarn. You do have to be careful. So we need stuffing, and you'll be surprised how much stuffing you will need for these things. If you do make amigurumi, you'll know that you think, oh, it's not a very big thing, but when your stuffing packs down, in fact, I'm actually not sure whether I've got enough stuff in here. It really does sort of take a lot of stuff in. You sort of push it all the way in. Then we can put a little bit more in. Pushing it in, pushing it in. And can you see how it is actually shaping? But I still think we need some more in there. So let's grab a little bit more. I think this hopefully will be the last bit. Thankfully, this stuffing's not too expensive if you're doing this, but as I say, you can use sort of bits of old yarn chopped into little pieces. It makes great stuffing. So you can see I actually do have a ball shape, but we still need to finish this off. So push your stuffing right in. We can always shuffle it back afterwards, because otherwise you catch it as you're doing this last bit, and that's very frustrating when you get little bits of white sticking through. So all we're going to do now is what we've just done on that last round. 2 together, 2 together, 2 together until close, but keep pulling it tight. So 2 together, pull it up, pull it tight, 2 together. Hear it squeaking a little bit now because I'm pulling it tight, but I don't want any little holes showing, especially when it's a dark colour, because your stuffing will show through. Pull it tight, there we go. And in. It gets harder to pull together, I must admit, so you might need a bit of patience with this. So just take your time, it will do it. Normally at this point I'm usually pulling it really towards my body, so I'm really having to force myself to hold it out there, because as I sort of get more detailed, I sort of want to pull my work towards me. So 1 and 2, pull through. That's caught. Right, I'm going to take that stitch out, because can you see it's not going anywhere? So just take it out gently, don't lose the one that was there. There we are. So now it pulls, so we're all right. So we're just going to do 2 more stitches there. So there's 1 and 2, pull it together, and I think we can just squeeze 1 more in. You just keep going as long as you can. The closer you can get it, the better. Now, as you can see, that leaves the tiniest of little holes, but we're not going to worry about that, because we will use our darning needle to actually sew that very last bit in, because it's way easier than you fighting to do this. Right, I like to do, as my last ever stitch, a slip stitch. So slip stitch, and fasten off. So can you see, it's the tiniest of holes, so I will just use this yarn, and when I sew the yarn in, I'll just take it over a couple of times and it fills that gap in, and then basically threading this through the body. I go quite a few times when it's amigurumi, so I'll push it all the way through, then all the way back and all the way back until I know that yarn's not going to come out, because it will attach to the stuffing inside, so it is quite good. So now we have to just give it a little roll around, and hopefully we have a nice little ball shape. So I'm quite pleased with that. I hope that is sort of useful for what you're wanting. I know it's sort of a little bit of a random video there, but if you're going to turn your Christmas puddings into balls, that's what we need to do. Or if we're going to turn our little lion or some of our other products, because like I said, for play food, I know like I've got the cupcake, isn't it? So I mean, play food, things like that, you can turn them into solid objects just by a couple of rows of decreasing. We've gone from that to that. So I hope that helped. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the videos, please like, subscribe and share. Pop a comment there. I'd love to know if you are going to have a go at this or if you've already done it. It's because it does help. If you put a comment, something I might not have thought of, it helps other people as well. So thank you again, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye for now.